Hello Year 2 designers, here we are. We've been working on paper engineering. We made a one-fold and a two-fold pop-up, which we then used both of to make our welcome card, our first one. That's lovely. Well done, everyone. And what we did for this is we folded and did one cut. We're going to be doing two cuts this time and then making counterfolds. So start off with a small piece of paper. This is A5 paper, or in fact, this is card you should use. I think it's easier for you to use card. And I remember, like we did in our last lesson, we fold it, we flip it, and we fold it again. And what we want to do is, instead of having just one cut, we're going to put two. There we go. So it's not quite in the middle. And we flip it over. And can you see we've got like a square shape? Flip it over, fold it carefully on both sides. That's it. Make sure it's well creased. And then we open it out, pop it through, so it's a counterfold to go against the original fold. And you can see that we've got a square shape just by having those two cuts rather than one. Two cuts with one fold. So this is a two-cut counterfold to give it its proper name. Got our two cuts. Now you're going to stop the film and you're going to have a go yourself. Have a go making a square two-cut counterfold. Enjoy! Okay, everyone, back again. We did our two cuts, and now we're going to do another two cuts, but we're going to do slightly different shapes when we do the cutting this time. So fold your card again, same as always, fold it, flip it, and fold it again. And this time we're going to do two cuts. The first one down the bottom here, it's just going to straight cut, but then we're going to do the top one as an angle. Can you see how different that looks? So we're starting further along, but going in. Okay, and we can see the difference there where the lines are straight and we've got one straight and one angled. And now let's see the difference in the shape that it makes. So we're going to fold it, crease it, fold it, flip it, fold it again. And then we're going to open it up, pop it through, and it makes a house shape, which is handy, seeing as we're going to be looking at buildings and landmarks. So there we go. Stop the film. I want you to have a go at this one now. Give it a go and see how you do, my friends. Fantastic. Did you manage that to get the house shape? So there's the difference between the square with the straight lines and then the house where we had one straight line and one angled. Now we're going to have no straight lines at all. We're going to make it very interesting. So we're going to fold our last bit of small card there. One direction, two directions, and now we're going to cut. Let's start with zigzags at this end. Couple of zigzags there, and now let's do curly whirly swirly cutting. No straight line at all. There we go. And let's see here what shape this will make when we open it out. So we do our fold in both directions, breaking down those fibres one way and then the other, and then we can have a look to see what shape we've made here. So we've got no straight lines there, and it's time for you to have a go. So stop the film and have a try at making a curved and zigzag two-cut counterfold and see how you do with that. Right, everybody, we've just made 3 different cards, and now we're going to decorate them. We're going to have a look at different ways of decorating them. I'm going to take this one first, the house shape one. I think that's the simplest one. We're just going to turn it into a house. Just going to start drawing on some details, windows and doors. I'm going to stick a nice tree in the garden. It's lovely to have a tree, isn't it? Bit of a pathway. Highlight the roof here, put some more windows. Oh, I know, I put a lovely sun because we're trying to make happy, welcoming cards, aren't we? So I'm going to do a little sunshine there. And there we go. That's our first card decorated. And you can see that's a house shape. We're then going to do this one here. Now, I was thinking we could have mountains and a river here because some of the countries we're looking at in geography of the UK have mountains, like Snowdonia National Park has mountains. in Wales, and also up in Scotland there are mountains, just a little river and a bridge there. Going to sketch in some little trees. These are pine trees, and might even put a little person there having a wander. And don't worry about these being beautiful works of art, because these are just about experimenting and trying things out. They're what's called prototypes, where you try out things. Later on, next term, we'll be making really detailed cards. There we are. We've got a little mountain scene. Now, for this one, I thought we'd do something a bit different. I've got some bits of scrap card I was going to stick onto our counterfolds, because you can actually build up from these counterfolds and do something really quite interesting with them. So I'm just going to put some rooftops onto the shapes there. I think I'll just do a little triangular roof, and I think I'll do like a nice domed roof here, like a mosque maybe. We've got quite a few mosques in Manchester, but also in the capital cities all around the UK. So yeah, I think I'll turn this side into a nice mosque, and I might have people coming to celebrate Eid, which is a nice festival. So let's have people lining up, going to the mosque to enjoy Eid together. And I'm just still doodling in details and things. So I've got my first house in there. Or I might turn it into a block of flats actually, rather than a house as such. Why not? And just a bit of doors and details and things. And then I just want to get in some big other buildings. So it's what's called a cityscape, where you see lots of buildings all lined up, all the rooftops and things. Bit more detail. And as I say, don't worry about this being perfect, because it's just about trying out and having an experiment. Now I'm putting a little bit of glue on the end there. I'm making sure I'm not getting it all the way on there, because otherwise it will stick to the background. And I just fold that in, and there we go. So my friends, there's 3 different ways to decorate your cards. The square one here, I've added bits of paper on. The one that's got a straight line and an angled line, I've turned into a house. And the one with the zigzag and the wibbly lines, I've turned into a mountain view. So see what you can do with those, my friends. Have a good time decorating yours, and that will be lovely for me to look at sometime. Have fun, everybody.